Good morning, happy Monday. I almost didn't stream today because I thought last night was Saturday and I was up till like 3 a.m. doing videos. Okay, I did one video. Good morning, Pray to Jazz Cat. Hello. Also, I'll be working on new emotes. We're going to get some bit badges. And, yeah, apparently I can add 5 follower emotes. And I have some ideas that I can do with, what's it called? Spark. Oh, Spark. I love you, Spark. Yes, I think we're going to do a series of hearts, too, of different colors using my background. It's going to be fun. I mean, it's not going to be fun making them. It's going to be slightly tedious, but I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited. So we'll have, like, our own version of the Apollo heart, for sure. Cheers, folks. Cheers. New PC. Dude, it seems like you buy PCs all the time. Joker is now doing content. Oh, hold on. He's doing, he's going to start doing Final Fantasy content. He is now playing Final Fantasy. Boom. I listened to this morning when I was in the shower. The shower. That's right. He wants people to let him know like what kind of content they want to see on Final Fantasy. Floor tanking is the most underrated job. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy. I do have it installed. I still need to fire it up. But I've been so addicted to Arc. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love Arc. It's amazing. And what I like, one of the things I like about Arc is that I'm 5 years late to the game or something like that, and it doesn't matter. I can play all the content. It's great. Yeah, you need to stop dating crazy people. Tanker of floors. I think you should give up dating, honestly. Like, you need to go a year without dating. When someone is in the habit of dating toxic people, the best thing they can do is just stop doing it for a while. No more girls, no more sex. You need to like ground yourself. And then you need to learn how to have a healthy relationship. 100%. That's our TWAB reading for the day. So your experiences with dating is the same experience we have with Bungie in Destiny. And I'm really interested here. Anything Final Fantasy XIV related is welcome here. Personally, some reaction videos for the more hype moments. And the trailers would be nice. Really? Cinematic trailers should be watched right before going into an expansion. They can be found in the main menu. Nice. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy XIV, so maybe lore? Okay. Honestly, guys, with me starting the job in September, we're going to do some Final Fantasy XIV this week. Hell, maybe we'll do it today. I don't know. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to start playing Arc, and then the guys are going to come get me for Warzone. And then I'm going to play Warzone, and that's it. I know. Psycho Bark?
Psycho 536 Squirrel Psycho 536 Squirrel Psycho 536 Squirrel Psycho 536 Squirrel.
My dude, good morning. Ping you and let you know. Okay. All right. I'll let you know when Big Gun comes and gets me. I also tried to download Rainbow Six Siege, but it's a big game, and I don't have room for it at present. What do you mean, oh my gosh? Oh my god. Date me. I'll treat you right and all the sex you want. I mean, honestly, if you were gay, I'd highly recommend Jez because he is. A lot of us straight girls would consider marrying him just because he's stable. He's an absolute sweetheart. Highly recommend. I think 10 out of 10 doctors would agree. She was abusive. I was stupid. Dude, you are drawn to abusive people. I've seen this with friends who I've helped get out of relationships. People who are drawn to abusive people, there's something that they're attracted to. It's a trait that these folks share. And like, you're a psychology nut. I think it's time for you to start looking at yourself and asking yourself, like, what is it about these women? Because there's 2 women that you dated who were nuts. Like nuts. Cray cray. Nobody should date them. They're insane. I mean, you were being stalked for God's sake. But you need to do some, discernment. That's what we need here. Discernment. Hey, Joker, would love to see you stream this game again. I don't know if you remember me, but I was the black and gold Sam Spurg following you. Dude, Final Fantasy 14 is weird and kind of cool. Again, I've not been in it, but like, it's funny. I like you expanding into other avenues, especially with how Warhammer is blowing up. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to try this game. This game is stealing people from both Destiny and WoW. Ark has stolen me from Destiny. I don't think we're gonna stream any more Destiny. Now, okay, I do need to finish some content. I did pay for it, but I think what I'm trying to figure out how to make it bearable and make it look like I'm having fun on stream. Isn't it sad that this is the approach we take to a video game that we were absolutely in love with? They ruined it. I think what we're going to do is some day drinking on Thursday. Jez, I got my stuff for White Russians. It was delivered yesterday. I did not open it, though, because I was hungover from watching Firefly with Kat the night before. Just drink. Right, Peanut? So we're going to drink on Thursday, and if anyone wants to join me for a raid, I need to get my raids done. I need to get one raid done, and we're going to pick an easy one. Maybe like a regular DSC. There's only regular DSC. Although I'd prefer Last Wish. But if we play Last Wish, I might like the game again. So maybe we shouldn't. Because it's old content, dude. It's good stuff. But I think getting drunk is definitely the way to make this game more fun. That's sad. That's what I did with Overwatch for a while. We'd play one night of Overwatch a week back when it felt really bad. And it still does, but our attitudes have changed towards it. Chris, we still drink when we play Overwatch. That's why we call it Drunken Watch. Because, like, we kind of have to. Yeah, you guys need to let me know in Discord, 6stack. We're not doing VOG. I'm sick of VOG. I'm already sick of VOG. They force you to do the new stuff, and they devalue the old stuff, so then when you're done leveling up, you're sick of the new content. Their approach towards content is so broken. But I love that Joker, because I absolutely adore him. I do. He's amazing as a content creator and freaking hilarious. I totally jive with him from a viewer / content creator perspective. Awesome content creator. And I think I'm willing to take this journey with him. I think Final Fantasy 14 will be great. Ark is different. It's a radically different community. There are a few of you who... Okay, one person plays it with me, and it's Blink. We do have room on our server. It is a PvE server. We're basically soloing it, but we're not completely alone. Like, Blink came to me to have a saddle made because he couldn't unlock it. And then he helped me trap a Therizinosaur, and yeah, it's... But I'm being left alone to discover the game on my own, and it's the greatest lesson ever, and it's fun. Like, it's fun playing a video game that I don't completely understand. And I'm having fun watching videos from some of the other content creators. There are some great content creators in Ark who are incredibly entertaining and happy. Dude, these people are happy. Like, mind blown. Your content creators are happy. And from a content creator perspective, Ark is evergreen content. They're not taking it out of the game. It's all there. Everything they've ever released, boom, right there. Happy with a computer game? What? You can have fun playing games? You're so happy to hear you're finally done with Destiny. You're one of the last grinders I knew. Dude, they took everything out of the game that I love. And I'm really tired of the time-gated stuff. Like, it's stressful to think that I'm going to lose this content in a certain period of time. Whereas Ark, I could step away for 5 years or not even start the game for 5 years and go back and start the game as if I was starting it when they released it. Same thing with Diablo. Same thing with Overwatch. Same thing with most other games don't take their content away from you. That's why we play Animal Crossing. SR means nothing. SR means nothing. Dude, it's a good mantra, though. Once you say, fuck it, I'm out. I need a rubber band for swearing. Psh. And you're just there to get your golden gun points. Also, a good time to drink is you know, when you're doing that mantra. I'm not condoning drinking, but damn, dude. Yeah, Psycho Bark. I need to get my content done for Destiny, and yeah, I've paid for it. I want to finish it. And I'm really happy that new light is really far out there, because maybe they'll fix it, maybe, but honestly at this point I don't think I'm buying it. They are hovering the scissors over the thread. It's gone progressively downhill. New World beta starts tomorrow for you, new MMORPG. You might stream it when you get home. Thinking about it. You stream? What? Oh my gosh. Hello, Brother Art. Good morning. Is it an open beta or closed? I think you have to pay for it to play it tomorrow, right, Jez? You have access to the beta because you did the pre-order, correct? Wait, what's the name of this MMORPG again? I would like to try it out, but I don't want to pay money for a game that all the games that I've bought, except for Destiny, that I pre-ordered or bought right at the get-go, I ended up not liking. Crazy. New World, the Amazon game, right? Yeah, Jez and I were talking about it the other day, and I'm like, really? I mean, like, have you seen the game? And he's watched it. He's watched other streamers and said that it looks fun, but like, you don't know until you actually play it. If you pre-purchase the game, you automatically get beta. Otherwise, it's closed beta. It releases 8/31/21. That reminds me, I guess Zombies is available in Call of Duty for free for maybe now or coming up. So we might be doing some Zombies. I know Glitch is super excited about that. It's like, I'll do some Zombies. I just got my coffee yesterday. I went 2 days without coffee. It's a miserable existence. This stuff tastes so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This week at Bungie. That's right. I watched Joker's video on this and it was a massive eye roll. We talk rituals and reputation. Week 2 of Solstice of Heroes began between celebrating your accomplishments over the last year and a return of sunlight to the last city. Things are feeling pretty good. Make sure to pack some sunscreen on your way to the EAZ. Wouldn't want you to get sunburnt. Sunburnt or sunburned? What's the proper term? Can somebody figure that out? We have 6 weeks till the new season. There's something Okay, he says, there are many of us who have an insatiable appetite for content, but there's always going to be some time to relax. Now, there are always people who, you have a select few people who complain. Like, oh, I need constant content. That's unrealistic. When you have people like me complaining about lack of content, it's not because I want new content. Honestly, I'm finished with new content. Stop. Too much. Too much. I want my old content back. I want you to unsunset my weapons. You know, I liked content droughts because I could go back and grind things I didn't have time to grind before. And again, 5,000 hours in the game, and also after interviewing some of you, people don't have time to play as much as I do. Like, why would you design the game for someone? I have 5,000 hours and I couldn't even get everything done. Like, it's insane. So Bungie's attitude towards this whole content thing, they're not the brightest when it comes to interpreting what the community is trying to say to them. And the community is not very good at expressing what they want. It's true. Lack of content, for example, some people were talking about the strike play. I complain about the strike play. It seems like it's the same 5 strikes. I think we have more than 5 strikes, but it feels like we have 5 strikes. And some of my favorite strikes, and I had several, gone. Gone. Just gone. Some of the best strikes in the game are no longer in the game. We did, for making us do playlist activities all the time, removing strikes was a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible. Grinding the same content over and over again makes it feel like we need new content. But the reality is, Destiny was in a great place with a lot of different content. They needed to simply refresh. People wanted access to the new arcology. They wanted that area expanded upon. And we wanted areas that were solo play and didn't really have any in them turned into public areas. Like, there's so much Bungie could have done with existing content to make the player base happy. And the player base was very clear about what they wanted, and Bungie ignored it. Of course. Mercury, oh my gosh. Mercury is gorgeous. And there were so many great places we had access to, but only if you could play the missions. Or the campaign, but you can only play the campaign once per character per account. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, Big Gun. The steady climb towards rewards and reputation is something that, well, DMG has come to love in Destiny over the last few seasons, really, because your game is stale. Wow, that says a lot about you. Sometimes a reset can fly by when playing with a group of friends, but other times he would get stuck trying to finish out his gambit. I hate it when a news article on a website is written in first-person perspective. I'm not here to connect with you, DMG. I need you to just get to the point. This is so unprofessional. This is called I don't know how to write. Over the last few seasons, Bungie has been looking to create a unified experience when playing ritual activities in Destiny 2. Starting with Crucible and Gambit, they've created new vendor reputation systems and reward tracks. Overall, these systems are good. My only issue is you have to go to the tower to reset, and you have to claim the rewards to reset. And it wouldn't be a big deal if they didn't have caps. Like, you're only allowed to have 10 Ascendant shards on your person, on your account. You can have 10 in your Postmaster for each character, but it's kind of a workaround. But in your inventory, which is shared by all 3 characters, you can only have 10. We don't need these caps. We don't. I've heard people say why, but look, it's 2021. If you go play any other video game, the caps aren't there. Most video games, the sky is the limit. We don't need all the restrictions that Destiny has. We don't. And other companies have proven that what people want from Destiny can be done because all these other games are doing it. Even the crappy games are doing it. Back-end stuff, yada, 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 vendor refreshes, Vanguard ranks. So the Vanguard ranks, guys, are basically going to work like the other ones. Interesting. The names Infamy and Valor will be retired. So Infamy is the Gambit title. Valor is the casual Crucible mode, although honestly it's all casual. Glory will continue to live as the competitive Crucible reputation system. They're also introducing Trials ranks in Season 15. Okay. This is putting the cart before the horse, and this is an issue that we have with how they run Destiny as a business. It is a business. They have some core issues, extreme, like major core issues to fix before they worry about Trials ranks. They're ignoring the core problems because they don't want to fix them. Rebalancing all ranking systems to have similar progression times. That makes sense. Right now, Gambit's ridiculous. The goal is to let players reset Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit ranks slightly faster on average than Valor currently allows. I don't have a problem with Crucible ranks. It's pretty easy to reset. There will no longer be ritual-specific rules that impede progress. So in what I've observed... Okay, fact. When you get to Legend rank in Gambit, which is about the same amount of points as it takes to go through all of the other ranks combined, Legend requires you to get wins and do bounties, complete bounties to progress. The other ones you progress even just by playing and losing. Legend, you have to win. And what I noticed about matchmaking, the minute I hit Legend, I go on a massive losing streak. It happens every time I hit Legend. I've done a lot of resets. So it almost feels like Overwatch competitive. So I feel like, no, let's stop with the feeling stuff. It seems to me that there is a matchmaking thing in place. And a lot of other people have noticed that getting wins at Legend rank is really hard. Guys, this is a matchmaking issue. This is not a competitive playlist. It's just, hey, you're earning points for working your way through. So with how it's called, they're trying to force you to stay in Gambit. Reputation bonus weeks have been standardized to 2 times multipliers when active. Really? Instead of 3? Bounties will no longer provide reputations as rewards. So when they do stuff like that, what they're trying to do is balance out what they did. They'll give you something that makes it look like they're doing something good, but then they balance it out with a negative. So we just took, a step forward, but now we're taking 2 steps back. Bounties will no longer provide reputations as rewards, but primarily focus on XP. That's not cool. So first of all, bounties should not be vessels for XP. They really shouldn't. Honestly, bounties should reward you with materials. That's what they should be for. They need to reduce the number of bounties in the game and allow you to do like break test bounties and then earn like your planetary bounties for getting planetary resources. And there should be no cap. Like you should have additional bounties at every planet. We looked at how long it would take for players who win nearly every game to reset their reputation versus players who lose nearly every game, and tuned it so that the total time taken to reset is only around 2 times, rather than the 3 to 4 times right now. I guess maybe I misunderstood that. I was thinking like, with the sentence that they gave us, it sounded like bonus. Like you have 3 times, like triple infamy this week. Overall, we expect 2/3 of your reputation come from simply playing activities. If you win matches in Crucible or Gambit, you'll still reset a bit fast. All of your reputation should come from playing activities. All of it. Also, all of your XP should come from completing activities, just like other video games. As we mentioned, Glory will continue to live as our competitive Crucible reputation system, and will also retain win streaks for faster ranking. We don't have any specific plans to share on Glory right now, but we will be looking at opportunities in future seasons for potential updates. What about the Ascendant Challenge this week? Final Fantasy is expensive. Yes, it is. But if it's the only game I'm paying for weekly. So, okay. How much is Final Fantasy up front? What does it cost? This is pretty pricey. So, right, but if you're going to pay for a subscription, you're obviously going to buy the game. I mean, it's only $20 up front and you get a free month. Okay, so minus 15. That's annually or... Okay, so we'll keep the 15 on there. So we're looking at $200 a year. Okay, so with Destiny, we're paying like $60, and they've taken most of the content out of the game, and it's time gated, and everything has an expiration date. Another thing, they're going to take Dreaming City out of the game, and it's like I just don't want to be there for that. I'm not interested. You're taking more of my favorite content out of the game. Good morning, antisocial. Except fun that is never ending in Destiny. Destiny's terrible, dude. I know, everyone's like, you just don't look happy when you're playing it. And it's like, there's a reason for that. And it's not that I've played too much of the game. They've changed the game. Okay, Vanguard ranks. Commander Zavala is getting a full ritual reputation like Lord Shaxx and the Drifter before him. As a no, Vanguard tokens are being retired, so make sure to spend them before Season 15 begins. Players may earn Vanguard reputation when completing the following activities: Strikes, Nightfalls, and Battlegrounds. For those looking to take on a challenge, Nightfalls give different bonuses based on completion medals, which can be earned through high scores and defeating all champions. Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Platinum medals grant reputation bonuses, and Nightfalls grant reputation multipliers, depending on the difficulty of Nightfall selected. The more difficult the Nightfall, the higher the multiplier will be. Zavala will also have a full reputation reward line, just like we do with Shaxx and the Drifter. Season 15 will introduce activity streaks. The longer you stay in Vanguard activities, the larger your... So... This is all about pushing mundane content on you. I never liked the strike playlist, ever. Even as a new player, I found it boring. It's the dumbest thing ever. Let people replay stories. This is one of the core problems with the game. and they won't recognize it. Lazy developers. As with Crucible and Gambit, Zavala will be looking to host week-long reputation bonuses throughout a given season. Next season, we are moving the seasonal ritual weapon and ornaments to the reputation reward tracks of Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit. As players increase their reputation during the season, they'll work towards unlocking the weapon. So they're forcing you to play playlist activities. This is the main focus of the game, guys. This is an incredibly hollow game when they're forcing you into boring, repetitive playlist activities. What I liked about Destiny when I first started playing it is that I felt like the player base was more intelligent in a different way. Their minds needed to be stimulated. It was always about finding the loopholes, finding the cheese, and it wasn't easy. Like, it required you to actually think about the stuff that you had. And they're removing all of that from the game. They're turning it into a mindless grind, and your more intelligent people, I dare say, are not going to feel fulfilled by that. They're dumbifying it. Yeah, that's right. I just made that up. You're a homeowner? Congratulations, dude. You want to come in the winter, big gun? Haha, wink, wink. No, Detroit is terrible in the winter. You want to go up north. Grandmasters and Conqueror Gilding. Back when we introduced Grandmaster Nightfalls in the Conqueror title with Gilding Seal still 9 months away, we wanted to give players a hard-to-reach goal that measured both skill, communication, build crafting, and time commitment. But that was also mindful of players' time and real-life schedules. My issue with GM Nightfalls and content like that is I no longer have people to play with, and I'm tired. I'm tired of looking for people. I'm tired of begging. My friends who are good at this stuff are done. They don't play the game anymore. I'm done. They need to do more solo focus for people instead of forcing us to play with others. If you destroy your player base, Bungie, you need to accommodate the people who are still there. None of this means anything because, again, they're ignoring the core problems with the game. I kind of want to do it for completionist sake, but honestly, again, I'm tired of looking for teams to do Grandmaster Nightfalls. I think re-earning your title is really stupid, too. And again, it's time-gated. I hate time-gated content. All right. Bungie Foundation. Give to the St. Jude's, guys. Fuck the Bungie Foundation. Like, seriously. It's their social justice wing. Like, just ignore it. You're better off giving to a charity that's proven to be incredibly helpful, and also you don't know the overhead of where they're sending the money. Like, most charities you give to, like 90% of your donation goes towards the charity, not towards the people who the charity is there to help. Possibly Big Gun, yes. I'm kind of planning on you coming and getting me for that. See how angry I get about this freaking game? It's crazy. Apparently there was a bug with Solstice packages that they fixed. Couldn't do the new light thing. Bungie store beta. That's another thing. Like, releasing the store right now is... Yeah. Don't buy anything from their store. Please, for the love of God. Stop giving them money. Alright, guys. That's the super butthurt TWAB right there. It's... man. I'm so done with this game. If I donate, I buy stuff for care packages to send to troops overseas. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Also, food pantries. Look up your local food pantry. I used to, when I worked for the government, when I helped veterans, a lot of the veterans I worked with were homeless, or just in danger of being homeless. And we have a lot of food pantries in the area, and I got some tours. If you donate to food pantries that are run by like veteran organizations like AMVETS or Vietnam vets, some of these guys, go in there and meet them. Some branches are better than others, but most of these people are incredibly passionate about helping people, and they basically live in those facilities. Like, that's where they spend all day, and they don't get paid. It's just their passion. A lot of these guys are disabled veterans who have, like, I have a disability rating, but it's nothing to live off of. But a lot of these guys who have been to war have like 50 to 100% disability ratings, and they can live off of that. And so they spend their time at these veterans organizations just being available for people who need help. That's a great, like, they'll tell you what they need, and it's usually, please bring food. They need food. So that's a good thing to do. I once helped hand out food to people in the community I grew up in. And it was our church. Our church collected food, and we were distributing it. Churches are usually very good to give to because they do a lot of community service. A lot of people don't see it. They don't know that, but churches generally are who is taking care of a lot of folks. I know here in Lansing, I'm Catholic. My diocese has what's called the Rachel Project, and they help women who have had abortions. They help these women come to terms with it and just learn to love themselves again and develop a healthy relationship with God. A lot of women who have abortions suffer a lot of emotional trauma as a result, and they don't get the aftercare they need from Planned Parenthood. They don't. So a lot of churches help with that. They help with a lot of rehab. Find out what's going on in your community, guys. There's a lot of great local charities near you that actually help. The larger ones, like Susan G. Komen, nah, your money's not going towards breast cancer survival research. That organization is about something else. Also, if you're going to get cancer, breast cancer is the best kind to get because as long as you're getting checkups and you find it, the survivability rate is insanely good. Insanely good. If you want to give to cancer research, pancreatic and ovarian cancers are the ones to give to. Those are usually a death sentence. Source, Diber used to work in healthcare and help diagnose these folks. When in doubt, go to a church. They will help you. Yes, most churches are absolutely fabulous. They are there to help. I grew up in an amazing diocese where I know the media wants you to believe the Catholic Church is evil, but like most dioceses are very good. And when I lived in Wisconsin, I was going through some issues because that's when the recession hit. My church was there for me. They gave me the love and support I needed. I didn't ask for financial support, but moral support. When you have good moral support, it's amazing what you can get through. The Lansing Diocese here, I've known a lot of great priests who have helped me throughout my life. It's amazing. It is amazing. From severe depression to breakups to just, well, getting back on track when things are good. Because face it, you tend to wander away from good behavior when things are good. It's amazing how suffering in life can cause reset for you to really look at things and go, you know what, I need to clean up my mess here. It's kind of like Jordan Peterson. Volunteering at food pantries is well worth your time as well. Yes. You hear great stories. You also learn a lot about the realities of what's going on. I worked at some veterans stand downs. So a stand down is where they have vets come in, homeless vets, and they'll give them like haircuts and they'll give them clothes and other things. And then we were there to try to connect with them to help them get jobs because we would get them into facilities where they had shelter and most of them didn't want home. It was interesting. A lot of the homeless community chooses to be homeless. So it was really a pleasant surprise when I found a homeless person who actually wanted my help. And one lady, when I saw a homeless woman, I was like, oh my God, a woman, she's going to want help. And I started talking to her about what I did. And she's like, no, I don't want to be on the grid. Don't forget, a lot of these people they were all military and they don't want any part of the stuff that's going on right now. You don't go to a church not because you don't believe in God. It's the fact that you were forced to go twice a week. Oh my gosh. I was forced to go once a week. I need to start going back to church. I've just been too lazy to leave my house. It's sad. Sometimes after a few beers, I pose the question, what would you do if I dropped you off in a city with no credit card, no phone, no nothing? What do you do? The best answer is head to a church, right? It's true. When COVID started, my church actually called me like twice during the whole ordeal to ask me if I needed anything. And I ended up not needing their help, but like someone was willing to buy me groceries and connect with me. But I ended up making it work thanks to my family because it took like over a month to start getting my unemployment. And as someone who was doing gig work, I got paid every week. So to go a whole month without a payment, oh my gosh, guys. And I was substitute teaching and driving for Lyft, and my work completely dried up. It's crazy. Detroit is a city where you can really disappear off the grid. Yes. And it's funny because when I saw it, like these guys would meet each other in line and they'd be like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? It's a community. People, it's kind of like, I mean, we need to have resources there for people who really do want to get out of it. Homelessness does happen to people who don't want to be homeless. But it seems like most folks choose where they want to be in life. And a lot of these folks are incredibly happy with their lives. They don't want to do what I'm doing. They don't want to have this apartment. They don't want to pay bills. They don't want the responsibility. Guys, there's a lot of confinement involved with living the average American lifestyle. We've enslaved ourselves. This is why you should shoot to simplify your life. Like I go through periods where I try to throw out like a bunch of stuff. I know every Lent I try to throw out 40 things, figure out one thing a day or one project a day to do to simplify, because I've accumulated so much crap over my life. And I live in a very small apartment and I do need more storage, but like the reality is there's some stuff in here that I could still get rid of. And it's incredibly freeing to get rid of things. It was also incredibly freeing. One thing I don't like about Final Fantasy is the subscription thing. I try to minimize my number of monthly payments. I don't like paying subscriptions. And it's funny hearing young people today say, oh, I need a living wage because I have all these streaming services. And it's like, nah, dude, that's not how that works. You should not have all these streaming services. Back in the day when I was working for $4.25 an hour, that was minimum wage, we did not have any streaming services. Your subscriptions were pretty much magazines. And honestly, most people just went to the store and bought a magazine when they wanted one. You don't need subscriptions. That is a luxury. And if you're making minimum wage and you're content making minimum wage, you should not be partaking in luxuries. That's what we did in the neighborhood. Like, some people needed groceries and things. We helped each other out. Dude, you live in a good neighbor. It's just, you sound like you have awesome neighbors. Same question, but now I drop you off 5 miles away from the nearest road in Wyoming. Oh, gosh. What? So, Wyoming has the fewest number of people per square mile, right? Like, I don't even know the number. Isn't it like 1? It's insane. So, with Wyoming, I could definitely walk 5 miles. But the question is, in what direction do you go? Huh. Also, is anything going to kill me? You saw a ton of 20-something able-bodied homeless people panhandling in downtown Denver. Something seems seriously wrong with it. Yes, that's called Californians Came to Denver. I have friends in Colorado who absolutely hate it. You know what's sad is I went to Denver for training. That's where the Department of Labor sent us for my job. I went there twice. Dude, it was gorgeous. It was so beautiful. And then things started to change. Yeah. You get most with student discounts, like you pay $5 and bam, you get 3 a month. Nice. But it still adds up. Like, everybody should look at their bills. Honestly, if you have disposable income, save your money. Put it in a savings account. Just asking, have you watched the Scarlet Nexus anime? There's bears? Oh, they have grizzlies, don't they? Bison, I think, are not going to kill you. Aren't bison more likely to run away? Tuesday? Oh my gosh. Yowza. You anime people, I swear. So grizzly bears, we have black bears in Michigan, and black bears generally leave you alone. Like, but I've been told my last night when I lived in the UP, I met a guy from Alaska. He was a cool guy too. Man, I would have dated him. Anyway, we had a fun night. Not like that. It was clean. I was sad. He was hanging out with me. He owns real estate there and rents it out to college students. But anyway, he was a tech grad and he moved to Anchorage. And we were talking about Alaska. And we were talking about the bears. And in Michigan, like I said, black bears generally want to just be left alone, make some noise, and they run away. I've ridden my mountain bike by bears and they left me alone. And the only reason I know, because you're looking at the trail when you mountain bike, especially on crazy stuff. I was in a race and the girl behind me was like, we just rode by a bear. Did you see it? And I'm like, no, I'm racing and I'm looking at the trail, but okay. Grizzlies are not as nice as black bears, but I'm told with black bears, you just need to be loud, make noise. Like I guess in Alaska they carry bells. And if you're making noise, you won't startle the bear. Like they'll hear you coming and they'll kindly exit the area. That's what I've been told. Do I want to test that? No. I'm fine with black bears. I live amongst them. I used to spend 10 hours a week in the woods. Yeah, no problem with black bears. But the grizzlies, yowza. If I like driving, I would volunteer at the food bank, run food drives more because it was fun and I liked helping it. That's awesome, Glitch. More people need to get involved. Yeah. It's amazing. If you'd like to support this channel, liking and commenting on the videos tells YouTube to share these videos with others who may find them useful. If you'd like to provide monetary support to help keep this channel up and running, visit my locals and subscribe star communities.